5.510, rounded down to 5 for the happy ending in which Mario's actions result in the destruction of most of Brooklyn, presumably with a death toll running into the tens of thousands. Wahoo, that's not so great. The Super Mario Bros. Movie is a new animated film adaptation of the famous Super Mario video games. The film is directed by Aaron Horvath and Michael Jelenic, who co-created the animated TV series Teen Titans Go! Have worked. The Plummer brothers Mario, voice of Chris Pratt, and Luigi, voice of Charlie Day, end up separated from each other in the Mushroom Kingdom from Brooklyn. Here, Mario must help Princess Peach, voice of Anya Taylor-Joy, in her fight against Bowser, voice of Jack Black, who has captured Luigi. Since the first live-action film adaptation of the popular Nintendo video game characters, which was not so well received, Nintendo has left behind further official film adaptations of their characters. After the success of filming other video games such as the Sonic the Hedgehog movies, Nintendo is now trying again in an attempt to successfully film their video game characters as well. Together with film studios Universal Pictures and the Illumination Animation Film, they have now made a good film adaptation of the popular video game characters. They have nicely filled the film with recognizable references to elements from the video games such as well-known characters, environments and sounds from the games. Both older and younger viewers can recognize many of these things. The recognizable images are now only in the style of how other Illumination animation films look like the Minions films. Composer Brian Tyler also further filled the film with a fitting soundtrack filled with tunes from the video games. The story has also remained a bit on the simple side, so it is not special for older viewers. The film is a bit more fun for younger viewers, who are also familiar with the Nintendo video game characters. However, there are a few dark moments in the film, which can be a bit scary for young children. Apart from some self-mockery and further comedy by playfully using things from the Nintendo game world, the film itself is not as comical as it could have been. Most comedies are still intended for younger viewers. The voice acting is voiced by the film cast in appropriate ways, but unfortunately most of them do little special with their roles. The fact that the Italian Mario and Luigi are voiced by American actors more in a New York style did not go down well with fans at first, who are used to hearing Italian accents with the characters. Fortunately, Chris Pratt and Charlie Day know how to make the voices of the characters their own. Who has put a lot of time and energy into his voice acting as Jack Black. He knows how to give Bowser a suitable deep voice, but also knows how to play with the voice nicely. So much so that he manages to fit a song into the film. Super Mario Bros. 2023 is a story about two brothers, who have just started a plumbing business after quitting working for a competing plumbing company, and must work together with the inhabitants of a newfound realm, in order to save the universe. Whoever thinks that Super Mario Bros. Had a thin plot was not paying attention. Mario goes on what can be described as the hero's journey. Luigi learns to trust his brother while finding his individual strength. Princess Peach must put her diplomacy and years of combat training to use, in order to save her kingdom, find family, and friends. Donkey Kong learns the importance of humility and friendship. The supporting and even background characters were well placed and well set up. The movie sets up a possible sequel, in which Mario and Luigi and the rest will grow even more. This movie packed a great many morals into one story. Such morals include the importance of family, siblings, father's love, found family, etc. Earn trust, the importance of training and other preparation, doing and eating things that are good for us even if we do not like them, friendship, perseverance, importance of being able to handle romantic rejection, teamwork, humility, forgiveness, importance of mechanical training, etc. Pros, plot, animation, world mechanics are displayed and told well enough for anyone new to the Mario World characters. Soundtrack, references were not forced, clean, not meta, good morals. Part of the first part of the plot reminded me of the 1993 movie. Con, a few of the big mushrooms looked like their red parts were made out of cloth. This movie was very well done. I give it 10.5/11. Sometimes you come across a movie that takes no risks. It's light on story, avoids character development, and focuses on getting to the next scene as easily as possible. Mario Bros. Doesn't have any inherent plot holes or issues, but it tends to leave you in a state of just being a viewer rather than participating in the movie. In the end, it's not bad per se, but comes off as flat and lifeless. The positives are all agreed upon by anyone who likes it, because the positives stand out by not being able to be compared against anything else. People have fun with the action. They love Easter eggs. And the composed music is good. The action is done well, but without much dramatic weight, only carries the movie so far. Easter eggs don't nor should have any bearing on how good the ovoid is. The music was well incorporated, minus the pop songs that truly don't work. It's not good enough to play things easy, and rely on fans to spot visual Easter eggs, to call the movie good. It's average at best, mostly because it was watchable and didn't have any outright flaws. It just didn't take chances that could have ended up becoming flaws. Even if you had a good time watching it, there's not enough value to see it again. If you're a fan, check it out. If not, you won't miss a thing by skipping it. Overall, it's just fine, but I can hardly say I went into a film called The Super Mario Bros. Movie expecting anything other than a light, fun time, and I think it's fair to say it gave that to me. The music choices really grated on my nerves after a while, and the voice acting is definitely hit and miss. I also think the film would have benefited from being about 10/15 of a minute longer, since the story just feels so rushed through. But despite that, the animation is gorgeous, the world is well realized, it's got a lot of entertaining sequences, and I don't really think anyone is going to come out of this feeling like they didn't get what was sold to them. It's hardly the deepest or most ambitious animated movie I've seen, but it'll definitely appeal to kids, and I think I definitely would have loved it if I'd seen it at that age.